Hello from Kobayas. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about some of the things that S Plus can add to make your life a little bit easier. S Plus is an overhaul mod that does a lot of quality of life improvements for automating things and for making breeding really simple. But there's a few things that you can use right from the get-go that make life a lot easier. Those two things are going to be the Multi-Tool and the Omni-Tool, both available at level 1, both cost one piece of thatch, so anybody can afford them. We're going to start talking about the Omni-Tool first. The Omni-Tool, once you get it, you can pull up the radial menu, and we'll start with basic transfer. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff in one inventory, it can be any kind of inventory, whether it's a tame or a crafting station or whatnot. You right-click on it to set as the source. You see up at the top it says source set text storage. Then you can left-click on another inventory and see it says 44 items transferred. That means it moved everything from item A, from inventory A, over to inventory B. And then you can right click on inventory B and move it back to inventory A. So you can move a whole lot of items in one quick shot that way pretty easily. Um, but it's, there's no filtering or anything like that. If you want filtering, that you want to use the advanced transfer mode. And so this has three columns: the source, items to transfer, and the destination. So you choose where your stuff is. You can say it's in the dedicated storage, and I'm going to take stone and flint, and I'm going to move those to my mortar and pestle. But let's say I want to put 100 of each in each mortar and pestle. So that's going to put 100 stone and flint into three mortar and pestles, and you'll see we get 300 items moved. And if we go over here and look, we've got 100 stone, 100 flint. If we pop open advanced transfer mode again, if we say we want to go from our dedicated storages and do stone and flint again into the mortar and pestle. Now this time, let's say we want to move um, 600. So that's going to pull 600 items out of the source, and then it's going to split them evenly across the destination. So it says, boop, we move 600 of each, and then that means that we've got an extra 200 added to each one of these because it split it across evenly. So pretty handy. You can go ahead and do a lot of things. The thing that one of the most common scenarios that I like to use this for, and especially the presets that are within it, are when you're out mining with your Anki, especially when you're mining solo. Oh, come on now, I can't pick the thing up. So you pick up your Anki, you're flying around, you're smashing rocks and stuff, and eventually your Anki is going to get overfilled and stop swinging. So what do? You pull out your advanced transfer tool, and I've already set a preset to move only the stuff that the Argent gets weight reduction on, but the Anki does not. So I take that from the Anki, wood, thatch, flint, and stone, send it to the Argentavis. I say transfer, and oh shoot, I didn't have anything on there already. Well, so what that would do is that would take all that stuff and put it onto the Argent. Um, okay, let's see if we do basic transfer to get this back to here, and then we do advanced transfer, preset, wait to the Argent, transfer it. You can see it sends everything over, and it's already over here. Really, really handy, super easy, um, and can make life a lot simpler. Means that you can go ahead and keep hauling on your Anki runs for a long time. The inventory assistant is a little tricky. I recommend making sure you set this to drop items. The default is destroy items. So, and these drop downs, you set it to the level below what you want to keep. So if I leave it at less than or equal to Ascendant, then it will throw out every single weapon that I've got. It's not going to keep it because it's less than or equal to Ascendant. So I want to set that to be like Journeyman or Mastercraft, so I keep the top two tiers of stuff. And then once you've got that configured the way you want to, you can right click, and let's see if we go over here and pick up some primitive stuff within 10 seconds. That should just go popping out of our inventory. Boop, 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 boop. It all gets tossed on the ground. And if we pick up more primitive stuff within 10 seconds as you're running around, it'll all just kind of pop out of your character. There you go. It all pops out. Whoops. Until you take the thing and right click again. That will turn it off. So those are the three modes that are available to you as level 1 guy, and all through your game. The next three modes are available only once you get the tech tier. So the dedicated storage mode is pretty handy. If we have a bunch of stuff, let's see, let's put our fiber in here. So if it's in dedicated storage mode and you left click on an inventory, it'll take all that stuff and shoot it right back to the dedicated storages. And so you'll see that this is now empty. And if we right click on it, then it does the same thing, but from our personal inventory. So the metal and fiber that I had just got poofed over there. So we can see that again by just picking up some, right click, and it goes poof right back in. So that's the Dedi storage mode. A lot kind of like basic transfer, but a little bit more pointed towards the direct Dedi storages. Teleporter mode is my personal favorite. Once you have an S plus teleporter powered by 4 tech generators, it has to be 4. Once you've got that, then you can use the teleporter mode from anywhere on the map. So we can teleport to here, poof, and you don't have to be actually at a teleporter point in order to teleport. You can just poof around wherever you like. And come on, Cabayas. Cabayas is a little slow because it's a pretty big map, so it takes a moment to load in. There we go. Once you are away from your base, if you've been flying around and you're somewhere far away from base, and you go, oh man, I forgot something, I need to bring my kibble. So you can right click, and that will set a beacon. That teleport beacon acts as a temporary teleporter pad, where that you and your tribe can see, but nobody else can. It can see on the map, can teleport to. So here we've got, it teleports us back. We can run. We can pick up whatever it was we forgot, and then we can go back to our teleporter point, our teleport beacon, poof right back to it, and we're good. So that's a super handy thing. What happens when you want to teleport more than just yourself, though? So if you've got tames in the area, or if you've got allies and their tames, or tribe members, if you want to, have a big group all poofing, get your Omni-Tool out, set it in teleporter mode, and press the G key on your keyboard. When you do that, you're not going to teleport instantly. You're going to sit there for a moment, and it's going to make this little bubble, and anything that's within that bubble is going to get poofed right back with you. There you go. The bird and the Yankee all poof back to the teleporter. So teleporter is super duper duper handy. Let's move this guy here for a moment, so we can talk about the next thing, which is the scanner mode. Okay, so scanner mode is super duper duper handy. Let me deactivate a bunch of these. Apologies. So if we deactivate those, so we only have two tech scanners powered by two tech transmitters powered by 1 generator. That lets us do a dino scan, and it'll show us where every dino is on the it'll show us every dino on the map, but it'll only tell us their level, and that's it. And if we take a look at this thing first off, there's a little menu down here that shows you what kind of power you need. So if we add one more transmitter, activate that one, then we'll see that we can now scan coordinates, and so we can get the level and the coordinates of the tame. When we take this all the way up to 5, then we can see the level, the coordinates, the gender, and the full stats, and we get a map that says it's right about somewhere in this big giant area right here. Just super handy. And then if we power those 5 tech transmitters by 4 tech generators, we can use our scanner tool on the Omni-Tool. Let's see. If we can use our scanner tool on the Omni-Tool, and we can do this from anywhere on the map. You can be at literally any place, and you can get full access to the scanner. So that's about it for the Omni-Tool. The multi-tool, excuse me, is another really handy feature, another handy tool. So you can set the radial menu. You can choose between different modes. The first one we're going to talk about is Dino mode. When in Dino mode, you can right-click to toggle between the sub-modes of it. So spay means we can go ahead and spay this dino. Poop. So the dino spayed will never mate again. Chipify, if chipifying is enabled on the server, it's not on ours, but you could turn a dino into a chibi. Claiming, when you've just hatched a bunch of eggs, you can use these to claim them pretty quick. You don't have to add a name for them. Mating, we can toggle mating on and off, although we just spayed this one, so I don't know why it says it's mating. Whistles, telling you to ignore whistles, to obey whistles, following, to follow or not follow, wander not wander, creep not creep, turret and all that. And then the other one is kill. So if if you're on a server where friendly fire is disabled, then this is the only way you can actually kill your dinos. Um, so that is used with caution, because it only takes a couple clicks to kill them for good. The next mode that I use most commonly is structure mode. So this, you can set it to demolish structures or destroy them, or to pick up the pipes and wiring that you've put into foundations. But the most common mode you'll use is to pick up stuff. So you can just pick up items, pick. Super handy when you're building a big structure and you make mistakes here and there. So that is, excuse me. That's another really handy one. Repair mode, if you have something that's been damaged and you have the resources in your inventory, you can just shoot it with the repair button and it will just repair itself. You don't have to go up and hold E and press, and repair it that way. You just shoot with the gun, and that is all you need to do. And then model, glass, turret, visibility, all these things are basically copy-paste modes. And so I'll show you on the model one. If we take this and turn the structure variant to Adobe, then we have this set to model. We can right click to copy, and then we can, oh, I'm sorry, we cleared that. So we can pick, okay, this one's gonna be stone. And then if we right click it again, it says settings saved at the top. So we can convert all these to stone, or we can right click this one, settings cleared, right click it again, settings saved, and then convert all these to Adobe. So those, like the other ones, glass, turret, visibility, all those are kind of the same kind of copy paste thing. So that's about it for the tools that the S Plus does right off the top. Again, these are both learnable at level 1. They cost 0 Engram points. They cost 1 piece of thatch each. So you should definitely have those in your inventory and hang on to them. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you learned a little bit of something, and we'll catch you around. Bye.